Okay, guys are just lagging off now. Looks like Geoff Allen's on the lag. So, good afternoon to everybody tuning in to this one. Reggie Gill in the commentary position here, currently on my own. The most prestigious Turkish fan kebab salesman is not here today. He's on a tour event. Mr. James Humphreys, Jenks. I'm currently with Jakob, who's just doing a few final technical manoeuvres regarding the pictures for you guys to enjoy back at home. So it's Geoff Allen to break when he's racked the balls. Okay, Geoff Allen to break. Up and running, makes a ball. Not the nicest split, but always nice to get ball in first and get some sort of control on the table. Afternoon, Gareth. Lakin lost 11-10 to Ryan Bodsworth, and lost this morning again to can't remember his name now. Hodgkinson, I think it is, or Hopkins, from Yorkshire. Lost 8-7 in a decider earlier on. Very disappointing, but he hadn't done a lot wrong. Played pretty well, to be fair, and sometimes it just isn't your day for whatever reason. Michael Fowler, afternoon. A couple of others, Perry Dodson, Mark Hobbiss, Graham Russell. People tuning in here to this one. Hope you enjoy the action, boys. Promises to be a great match. No, I'm not crying, Adam Kirk. It's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, cheers, David Thompson. Yeah, cheers, David Gill. Thanks very much. Yeah, it's difficult this morning, not getting in bed till 3 o'clock. Geoff in first, but didn't make it count. Missed the yellow to the corner. So it's open table. I don't think I was, to be quite honest. I give Ryan plenty of credit for his win. Take nothing away from him. You can only do what's in front of you. If your opponent doesn't take his chances or punish, the mistakes when he should. So fair play to Ryan Bodsworth. Not too bad, David Thompson. Thanks very much. Kind words. Steve Poxton in bottles wide. It's terrible. Boyle's wide is terrible. That's awful. I don't know. It's opening frame, but played pretty well from what I saw last night anyway after playing them. Been interesting encounter, this one. Geoff Allen's a very solid performer, on any given day. And if he's close to his best and puts in sort of the performance that I know he's capable of, it's going right down to the wire this game. Afternoon, Josh Lane. Oops. Unexpected miss there from Geoff. Bit of a shake of the head, back to the sofa behind the table. Afternoon, Matt Holland as well. Brent Davis, how you doing? Not sure if you can get into the cushion and hit the yellow. It's tight. So change of shot, maybe fault the yellow to the right centre, left centre should I say, and have a go at going into them, but I think the red's in the way, stopping that. So having a look at that yellow again, maybe feels he can get through to it. Difficult to see from this angle, but it's tight, that's for sure, otherwise he'd have got down and played it by now. Yeah, just a little bit, having to whisper a little bit, don't want to speak too loud for putting the players off. So change of shot there, pushes yellow towards the bottom left. And settles for that. Important to get off a good start in these matches. No, Kimball, not at all, mate. Just me speaking the way I always speak. Jamie Simmons tuning in. Lewis Healy as well. Plenty of people here. 240 viewers already. And going up every 10 seconds. Plenty of people there. Tuning in, names are flashing up one after the other. Good to see that we've got so many people tuned in, ready to watch some good pool today. Had some good matches yesterday, and there's plenty more. If you look at the draw, plenty more interesting games listed. It could go that close, Robert Gregg. Cheers, Anthony Myers, thank you. Sean Dyche commentating. Cheers, Bryn. Well, I've only just got on myself. Not sure who was commentating on the previous game. Not sure if Jakob did any of it. Jenks isn't here at the moment, and Dan O'Rourke is. Okay. Dan O'Rourke is otherwise engaged, got car problems. Had a nightmare last night. I'm not sure, is there Rob? Right. So, it's just me then, guys. Hassan Ali tuning in. How are they going on at the Yorkshire Project, Hassan? If you don't mind giving me an update between Siraj and Tom Jones. Gavin Cleary tuning in as well. Afternoon, Gavin. Oh, that's some shot, that is. Great shot. Is that Mark's wife, I think, Lola the Rocket Ball tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the action. Yeah, I'm trying, Lewis Healy, I'm trying on my own, but sometimes it's better that way. Was in the box yesterday with Seb, he's a good lad, but can get somewhat sidetracked with other issues. So it's a bit difficult at times to commentate with somebody that's, you know, talking about the same thing at times. Yeah, I'm still in the loser side. Played this morning, Gavin won 8-4. First game, I play the loser of the Jordan Shepherd Lee Mannion game. Yeah, Boyle with the glasses, eh? Cheers, Adam. Score prediction. I'm going to stick my neck out and say Mark 11-9. 11-8, 11-9. Just, I think it'll be a tough game, but I'm going to go with Mark. I could be wrong. Geoff, that doesn't mean by any stretch that Geoff isn't capable of winning this match, because I assure you he is. Afternoon, Jack. you're watching this. Das Brown as well. I can't remember. I think it was the lad that Geoff beat 11-0. Mr. I think David Kirkpatrick. Didn't play too well, to be quite honest, but wasn't the best game, but got the job done. 8-4. Gavin going 11-7. Boyle, yeah. Adam Penwell 11-10. Geoff. It's going to be a good game either way, and I think the main thing is just sit back and enjoy it. Okay, Mark's break. He's made a ball. Not a bad split. Red Bulls it'll be. Fernie won last night, from what I can gather. I don't know about today, if he's played or not. Ross Fernie, if that's who you're referring to. Cheers, Gabriel. Couldn't do a lot towards the end at 7-6. As I say, only had one chance and made a good cannon to bring a ball into play to try and win the frame, and the whites rolled around the side of the yellow and dropped into the left centre. Apart from that, the other three were all dishes from Mark from 7-6. 3 out the last 4, so I didn't really do a lot wrong, but such is the class of the man on the table that you don't get many chances, you know. I've dished 4 of the 6 that I won. Dave Masson 11-5 Boyle, Kimball 11-6 Boyle, so a lot of people have Mark Boyle down to win this one. But as I would say to anybody, watch Geoff Allen down the years playing, such a solid performer. It just depends on how many chances he gets to impose himself on the match. Afternoon, Jordan Shepherd. Ryan Collins going with Geoff, 11-10. Don't worry about his flag. Flag's got nothing to do with it. What he brings to the table is something special. Oh, it's just going to push the red behind the yellow. Jordan Shepherd against Lee Mannion should be a good contest. Sure, Jordan's looking forward to that, as is Lee Mannion. Lee Mannion loves the target, so all eyes on that one, on Q Score. Yeah, fair comment, Lewis. No, it can't be Darren Dolber. Okay. Reggie fancy letting Boyle win. I tried my best, Ian Fox. I really did. But as I say, too many dry breaks in the end. And you just can't do that. I mean, he's made finishes yesterday, Mark out the clouds. You know, I've used the cut break effectively early part of the match and dished twice off it. But later on, when I didn't make balls, Mark just seemed to finish from nowhere. I mean, some of them finishes just, I mean, it's one of the, they were like, other people would look at that table and they would never go for those finishes. They'd settle for blocking the pocket and getting control. So, fair play, you know. Yeah, just looking at some of the technical stuff here on Jakob stuff.
Overhead camera flicks straight to the overhead camera, left corner, right corner, and this roaming camera, which is that one. They go to here, and then you've got to press cut directly freely. Right? So basically, just go left corner. Yeah. So it brings it to there. Press cut directly preview, and it flicks it over to there, which is then live. Right? And then just press back to the bottom.
Okay. Just sorting out a couple of technical things, getting a charger for the phone so I can read all your comments. I should have robbed his glasses, but Kyle Brown talking about myself again. Yeah, I wish. No, just trying to sort some camera angles out, just pointing out a couple of things on the tablet to me of how to do it. It's a bit new to me. So it's 2-0 to Mark at the moment. Oops, Geoff just dropping his cue there. Yeah, Callum Davis, Fitzpatrick, Mark Boyle, tremendous cueist. Geoff Allen's no slouch neither. Okay. Just give just turn the mic I think off and on. Okay, how does that sound? Sound any better, or does it still sound muffled? +300 viewers now, up to 320. So very good numbers here. Yeah. It's a good chance here to respond here, to try and win the frame at one visit. Red to the centre, just good cue ball control, close control required. There's traffic here, so he needs to be careful, doesn't want to lose the white and surrender another frame and fall any further behind. Needs to make this chance count. Afternoon, Simon. Yeah, that's a good shot. Could have done maybe just a couple of inches more pace. Ideally wanted to be straight on this ball, just to pot it to the left corner, screw back to the side cushion. Red to the left centre, red to the right centre, run through all natural shots, and black to the bottom left. Just going to have to change that now. Played the pot on a control cannon now as you look. Not sure if the red passes yellow. In fact, I don't think it does. The red doesn't pass, and it's just a little. I don't think he's got the angle on the one into the centre to get anywhere close to that red or over to the left-hand side of the table to pot the red into the green corner pocket. So he's got a bit of a problem on his hands now, and at 2-0 down, he knows he can ill afford any mistakes. The way those yellows are situated. But I just think he's too straight to get any. Maybe going to go through with top and left, I don't know. Yeah, it's gone through top and left, but needed to come right back over towards the middle pocket area. Side cushion near the middle pocket to give himself a chance at knocking the red into the green corner pocket. As it is, I don't think it's makeable unless he chops the red onto the yellow and then pots it off the yellow over into the green corner pocket. Big ass, but I think that's all he's got. No, I'm not whispering, it's just I can't speak too loudly because we're not a million miles from the table and don't want to end up distracting the players as I'm speaking. Yeah, that was the shot in off the yellow, but it's not happened, and marking again here with table at his mercy. It's 2-0 to Mark Boyle. Sally, 2-0 to Mark Boyle. Nearly up to 400 viewers now, so impressive figures. He's overdone that one, I think. Overrun there, probably by a good foot. I think playing for the yellow that's nearest the blue spot, probably down to the bottom left corner. I think Jakob's about to join me in commentary now.
So, I've had a chance to sort some stuff out and ready to
We're
go
all
on the mic
good.
now.
Ready
Yes.
to go.
Yeah, perfect. So, as it goes, I had a few games on this table last night after all the matches had finished.
Okay.
So I know exactly how the table's playing. And there were a few comments yesterday about the pockets playing a bit like 9-ball, and I've got to say, they're not wrong. We managed to play a ball down the line and hit where the bulk line is,
Okay.
and it still went in.
Okay, well,
That's pretty impressive.
okay. There is.
So they are playing big.
Yeah, there was a lot of comments about how big the bags were and are they playing big, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
So
They are.
it's the new cloth, the slide off the rails. Even when you hit the rail about a foot up before the pocket, it seems to just slide down and still suck it in. But that's just because of the new cloth.
Yes.
Oh, and Geoff's just trying to bend the white to pot the red and surrendered 2 visits. I think we can safely say that's going to cost him the frame. Over 400 now, moving up steadily. So just the simple task here is going to play the black out the way and run through for the yellow. Just all simple stuff, no heroics, just rolling balls in here, probably roll and stun. Nothing fancy, just rolling balls in really, that's no other way to describe it. Move the black out of the way and just roll the balls in, there you go. And just judge the speed, not to overrun or to underdo it, and just keep it nice and simple. Pick them off. Yeah, just a simple task here, sweeping up now. Just no real danger of anything really. Just dropping balls in, and that should be 3-0. Not a lot else to say. Just this black then for 3-0. Just get half chance against this, against this player. Mark got to take it, and Geoff obviously was just a bit short of pace when there was 3 reds left, and had to play a control cannon. Potted the one to the bottom left and play the control cannon a bit harder. If it worked out, I'm sure Geoff would have won the frame 2-1, but as it was, it didn't work out. It's cost him the frame as a result. A few shots later, and it's now 3-zip. So all of the early stages here, it's all about the player at the table at the moment. He's won all the first 3 frames, and as I say, hasn't really done anything wrong. Geoff hasn't done a lot wrong, to be fair. Hasn't missed much, but those little mistakes cost you. Ben Crosley, they're playing black ball rules.
So, based on current performance and what you've seen over the last 24 hours,
Sorry, Jack.
based on current performance and what you've seen over the last 18 hours or so, who would you have for
Who would I pick to win this game?
going deep? Well, going
Going
deep
deep.
in this.
I think you could never. To be fair, both of these players are capable of going deep. Both.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Even Geoff. Geoff's got a really good all-round game, and he can go deep into these events.
Yeah, I saw that. But then playing against Max. Very
Yeah,
good.
but likewise, Mark's got a game. Obviously, he's a world beater. He can pretty much beat anybody.
Yeah.
On any given day, he is that capable a player. So
Yeah, sure.
it's for me, both of these. If you were having a bet as a betting man, you would have.
It'd be a tough call.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Just very, very solid performance. What a shot that is.
So Melling hasn't turned up at all, has he?
No, Chris Melling hasn't
That's a
turned
shame.
up. So Jordan Sillett has straight through on that one. I think that's forfeit. The live video is.
What?
Okay, is there a problem with the live video? Yeah, Tom Cousins is another one, obviously, before a ball was hit this weekend.
No,
Afternoon, Davy Glynn.
it must have something to do with your internet because I'm running both streams to browsers on my computer, and they're both
Yeah, it
working
is
absolutely fine.
Jakob, Elite 8 Ball streaming. The video is fine, thanks very much.
It's on Elite 8
Ali
Ball
Menzies
TV.
frozen. Oops.
It's on Elite 8 Ball TV. Our streaming from here is absolutely perfect. You could watch it on YouTube if you're struggling with Facebook. Also, look up Elite 8 Ball TV. We shouldn't have any. We shouldn't have any technical problems from here whatsoever.
Somebody's
The
just
internet
asking
is-
about what happens with Melling in the Calcutta, but I'm not sure. I
I'm
would
not
like to
sure
answer
either.
that one, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm sure Seb's got a backup plan of some description.
I would have thought so. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoever's brought him. My guess is the money will be returned and it'll just be that bit less in the pot.
Yeah.
Cheers, Bryn. Thanks very much. Stephen Webster tuning in as well. Papa Webb. George Edgar as well. Well into 430 viewers now. Cheers, Ziggy. Yeah, I get that money back. Absolutely.
That's a shame, actually, because today I've brought with me a cue that I bought for my daughter,
Okay.
and I was hoping to get a few of the top players to sign it.
Ah,
Got a marker pen in the case. Thought it'd be a nice little touch
why
for
not
her.
indeed? Why
Yeah.
not indeed? Make a little girl's day.
Yeah, definitely. I've got had a new name badge made with her name on it.
Yeah, the money will get refunded. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If players don't show, the money goes back. Having Mark Boyle on destroy mode here, very much so. 4-0 at the moment, and it's one-way traffic. Geoff Allen needs to get started.
So David
Not
Thompson,
sure, we're in a different room at the moment. Ross Fernie against Jamie Simmons. I can see the table from here. 1 second. Somebody's winning 6-2. I'm not sure who it is. Is it Simmons or is it Fernie? 6-2 over there at the moment. But
Thank
I'm
you
not
very
sure
much,
who.
Mark Dobson.
Bob Sterling. So sorry, I can't give you any more than that. Who was 5-2 up? Ross Fernie. Well, it's 6-2 to somebody now.
If you keep the Q score open for the English Open, you'll be able to keep in touch with the scores of the other games.
Paul Cochrane, if Boyle, I think you mean if Boyle's back to his best. Bottles, the predictive texting. Predictive texting, what a nightmare. Yeah, it's Fernie then. Fernie 6-2 up, yeah. It's had a look through the door and I've seen it 6-2, so it's obviously Ross Fernie must have won the last frame. Back to this one. Geoff Allen's gone dry, look at these. He's okay, get through to the one nearest the left corner. Worrying times for Geoff Allen, these 4-0 down, and the balls are open again, and the mood mark Boyle's in at the moment. Doesn't look like he's going to miss anything at the moment, unless the white runs out of position somewhere along the line, and that doesn't happen too often when he's playing. Fleming 3-1 up against Dunster. Cheers, Ricky Singh. How you doing? All right. Okay,
Ross
got a few.
Fernie's 5-2 up against.
He's
Jamie
6-2
Simmons.
now. He's 6-2. Tom Cousins 3-zip against Matty Lawrenson. 4 each. Ben Davis, Dylan.
The next match on the stream will be.
Can you just put the scores back up on the laptop a second? I just want to have a look at them. Let's go through the scores for people listening in. Okay, it's
Use the up and down keys.
yeah, it's Dylan Mitchell 4-all against Ben Davies. Michael Barron 5-6 down against Andy Cragg. Ross Fernie 6-2. Jamie Simmons. Arf and Dad 1-0 against Ryan Bodsworth. Sean Chipperfield and Stefan Rasidi have just started. As have Ryan Clark, Mark Farnsworth, Scott Gillespie versus Gerard O'Gorman, Andy Appleton against Rob Donkin. Have all just started, so there you go, guys. Nah, there's no sore throat, mate. I'm fine. Just a little bit husky, but that's just about it, really. Maybe a cup of tea might make things a tad better. Generally, I feel good.
Do they do proper coffee in here? Do they do proper coffee in here?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, so am I.
Give them a shout. Tell
Yeah,
them
I
the
think I will.
commentators need some
Coffee.
yeah, coffee. 1 sugar for me.
No problem.
Yeah, it's always a nice, refreshing cup of coffee. Never goes amiss. Jakob's going to do the honours for the commentary team here. Just one. White coffee. So I just offered Rusty Wheeler tuning in. How you doing, Rusty? Hope you're well. Yeah, Buzzer likes to have a bit of a fudging exchange. And if he's pushed that yellow on, that's a hell of it. I'm not sure. It looks like half a pocket to me. But if he's pushed that on, that's another frame gone for sure. Hell of an effort. Afternoon, Tommy Jory. Adam Kirk beats Mark Boyle most of the time in practice. What a stat that is, or what a statement that is. Yeah, enough to knuckle. Yeah, I said it's half a pocket, but it's there. Frame at his mercy now. To move further clear at 5-zip. good. Okay, a tad straighter. Would have been more natural just to drop it in, and I can't really see there being a problem here. Just spot the ball, check the white off the top cushion. Here we go. That's okay, that does him there. No problem here. Just this black then for 5-0. And it's there. So it's Mark Boyle 5, Geoff Allen 0 at the moment. It's all Boyle. Personal indifferences here. Adam Kirk and Stephen Yull. Come on guys, back to the action. Mark Boyle 5, Geoff Allen 0, and really loneliest place in the world out there when you can't get started and get one on the board. As good a player as Geoff Allen is, until he can get started, he won't feel like he's even in this match. That scoreboard with the big fat 0 at the moment, but can soon change these matches. Just the odd little thing that can change a match. Flick the switch the other way, so all Boyle at the moment, but I'm sure at some point Geoff Boyle beats Turney. That's a ridiculous statement. Beats him. It's not even a contest. As much as I like the real number one. Yeah, I think that can be the case, but it just depends on the individual who isn't a top tour IPA player, how much time they put in at the local club and how comfortable they are with not running around every other week playing on the tour. But you can't beat match toughness. That's a sledgehammer break. Oh, and that lovely little delightful double kiss there has pushed the yellow in. But for that it was a dry break. But yeah, absolutely. You know, playing on the tour week in, week out, it gives you that match toughness, you know, brings it sort of on a weekly basis. You have to perform to a level to get results. And it does give you, for me, it will help, that's for sure.
So one of each went in then, it's still open?
Yep, he's still in control. And
it's funny because Reds were actually looking favourable with the way that he popped the Reds off the cushion, but now because of the way that the yellow has landed underneath the red, yellows have gone back to being favourite.
Absolutely, Ryan Brook as well. But it keeps freezing.
We're not having any issues here, so
I
it must have something to do with your
I keep
internet.
looking at the monitors here and I can't see it freezing anywhere, but sorry guys, we are checking, but it doesn't look like it's freezing at this end.
No, not at all.
He's in destroy mode, that's for sure at the moment. Mark Boyle looks like a man on a mission. Just shows you that the sooner you can get started, the sooner you can get going, the better. Cheers, Rob Calderwood, great shot there, bit of right hand side. Kicked into the red, yellow, and again, it's carved out a good chance here. Okay, it's not ideal, the angle of this yellow, could have done with a bit more angle, but it's got some angle, but it's not a lot. Going through top and right hand side. And stun. He's played an absolutely superb shot. Got through the white there, nice bit of stun, run through with a bit of side to get the white up the table and land on the yellow into the green corner pocket, so
absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty good this. Just got to draw the white back down the table. Anywhere, clear those reds. Not sure if he's got...
He's possibly got more of an angle to be able to play off the top cushion with a trace of right.
Because I don't think I think he's gliding into the reds under his hand, looking at that angle. So he's just an unexpected, uncharacteristic miss. Then Could that be the moment
He's had to put quite a bit on that, hasn't he?
that finally presents Geoff Allen with the chance he needs to get up and running?
They're definitely all there. Even the middle pockets on here are playing big. Where on some tables, say at Q Academy and Milton
Kevin
Keynes,
Moyles, the Moyles maker, Das Cheatham as well.
where on some tables, like in Q Academy, you
Cheers, Colin McKenny. Stream's perfect, Keith Burrell, thanks. Yeah, just went through that and...
Which is which?
Thank you. Refreshments have arrived for the commentary team. Jakob's on orange juice, and I've decided to have a nice coffee to help with the throat from last night. If just that last ball, if it not been, probably if the white had been a bit the other way, I'm sure 100% Joy would have potted it with screw back and run down that side. I just think he was going into the reds, and that's why he would try to run it through with top, off the top cushion. But they always are a lot harder to pot and run through than hit them with screw and screw back down table. Hence the missed yellow, the first miss. I think
it's got a lovely little angle here just to come off the cushion.
oh,
Just within the limits.
Almost overdone it. Just about okay. Can just drop the red into centre. Shouldn't be too much of an issue to hold. No laugh for this last red.
So just screw it gently back across the table and the black into the same pocket.
Just this black, there it is.
Finally, Geoff Allen is off the board.
Yeah, he's up and running. Finally gets his first frame on the ball. There's a little smile from Geoff Allen there as he walks to the table.
And it's
Finally
break.
gets one. Mark Boyle sitting there. He's smirking a little bit of a smile. I think he senses this. He's the, if you like, the smile from Geoff and acknowledges it. Geoff's finally up and running. Good to see that. Players doing that. Slow.
Just keep one head when you're listening to
Okay, 5-1 it is then. Geoff Allen to break. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hasn't made a ball. The frustration. Geoff staggers back to his chair, and the frustration evident, written all over his face. One little last look back at the table as he walks back to his chair and wondering, will I get another shot in this frame? at these before pulling the trigger. Having a look at the path, perhaps.
Good afternoon,
Which
Ben
way-
Tanner and Jake Stebbings.
Which way he wants to. It's very much in the driving seat still at 5-1, and he'll be looking to reassert that 5-frame cushion, given this chance off the dry brake. Yeah, a lot of personal stuff going on here. People playing each other and people not seeing no one play. Mark's just going about his business here, looking to take these out piece by piece, bit by bit. Geoff can only sit and watch in agony, but that hasn't worked out entirely the way Mark was hoping, so looks like Geoff could be getting another visit here and a chance to put another one on the board, unless Mark can conjure something up or play some sort of telling shot here. I don't know how much you can see of that yellow. Doesn't look like you can pot it from the monitor from where I'm sitting. Maybe just a little bit aside. Maybe you can bend the white just a fraction and pot it, who knows. One thing's for sure, he won't be able to get close to any of the last yellow, and you'll need to finish on the one nearest the left centre. But if he's bending the white with right hand side and pots yellow when he hits the cushion, the white's liable to come back somewhere close to where the yellow is now. So, sure, he's fully aware of that, so he's just having a look at all the options. And that was the problem with that shot. It was always the interaction of the side once you swerve to pot the ball, how it's going to react. And too much, it's reacted too much and hit the red and ricocheted in behind the black. A very welcome sight for Geoff Allen, for sure. Yeah, Simo won 11-9 last night against Craig Marsh. Or 11-10, should I say. Well, an unexpected chance then for Geoff Allen. Maybe put another one on the board right here, right now.
Still hasn't been updated unless it's on the same score.
Yeah, there's a few results, not results, a few more matches. Obviously, a lot of other matches going on around the arena. Games are unfolding. Up to 11-9, was it? Okay. That's what I thought it was to start with, but either way, it was a good match.
Jeff's got a good opportunity here. These, realistically speaking, should all be gone, shouldn't they?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, to be quite honest. I think, you know, at 5-0 and getting that chance a minute ago to put one on the board and another unexpected chance here. He'd dearly love to get these and reduce his arrears to just 3.
So what do you think? Take out? I'd have been taking out the balls on the top end of the table first here. He's got a nice angle to screw past the yellow.
Just going to
take the other
comment on that comment, Jakob. Yeah, Marshy did have a terrible run of the ball last night.
Yeah, well, he kept putting the white off the brakes. I think probably about 60% of his brakes were in offs. There were a couple that were kicked in off, but Jenks, to be fair, he did pot a few straight in off.
Jenks, he's run off with my sleeping bag and gone to sleep. He's in denial and depression after a dodgy pizza last night.
I actually I offered him his sleeping bag because I've got a sleeping bag in my car. I always keep one in my car just in case. You never know, at the end of the day you could break down.
Yeah, this is what people don't realise. You tell them, Jakob. So there's no wrong with sleeping bags. How you'd kill for one if you broke down on a motorway.
Yeah, quite exactly. That was a decision I made when we had the bad weather in the winter, and it was really frozen because I was driving about anyway. I had lots of things to go and do, and I don't mind driving when it's icy as long as you're sensible.
Absolutely. I know people that, you know, when they set off for journeys, just very quickly getting away from the game, but the importance of when you are travelling. I know people that religiously carry plenty of water in the car, like a large can. So if you get stuck in the M5 for 6 or 7 hours, you can stay hydrated. Yeah. You know, you imagine in the searing heat, sat in your car and you're not moving.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, with family, kids in the car, and the babies are crying, and so it always pays to expect the unexpected.
Definitely. So I offered Jenks a sleeping bag, and he said, "Are you kidding? With my body heat, I'm not going to need a sleeping bag."
Okay, back to the action. The red down the rail. Here we go. He's made it. It's a good shot.
So he's back with pretty much the same angle as he had a minute ago when I offered up the top end of the table before.
Flick the red in, Jakob, and goes across for the one just behind the brown spot.
Yeah, if we have a quick look at the overhead camera, then you can see there's plenty of room to screw this ball across. He could play
into it and try and knock it over towards the back, but yeah, he's played it well. Had enough angle there to get a good enough bite on the object ball and get into it and square the white across to the side cushion. Nice angle on this, just drop this in. Stun up towards the yellow or just past.
I was going to say, come off the
cushion. Bother, it just cuts it and goes inside rather than stun and runs it through.
He's played that very well.
Played it very well. Everybody.
So, set to become 5-2, and Geoff Allen is now playing.
5-2, then it will be Justice Black. 5-2 it is. So a couple of little mistakes from Mark Boyle, throwing Geoff Allen a lifeline. 5-2 now, Geoff Allen's up and running. He'll feel like he can get his teeth into this one. Yeah, he's not on here. He's not here. He's run off with Jakob's sleeping bag and he's in denial. And is it Leicester somewhere? Is it Leicester, is he? Jakob?
Yeah, he's at Leicester. Yeah.
He's at Leicester. He's took the sleeping bag with him, plus the remnants of last night's pizza. And he assured us he's having a bon voyage and left me to it with Jakob. Dan O'Rourke's had a nightmare in the early hours of this morning with his car. So it is just a gill factor, and the man himself, Mr. Jakob, elite 8-ball streaming Tungelund in the box, bringing you these pictures and the commentary. On we go then, 5-2, Mark Boyle to break. Just made a ball. How's your look? There's a lot of good contenders here at this event who will feel that their name's written on the trophy, or the first prize, as it were. Just a little bit naughty, a bit bunched, close together. But made many a good finish yesterday from this type of position.
See, I'd probably have chosen yellows here.
Yeah, I was
Because the yellows all go...
I was looking at that myself, thinking it's going to be, maybe he'll choose yellows, but everybody sees it their own way from the, from the sidelines and from what you actually do when you're on the bays.
Of course. At the end of the day, we can see it from overhead, they can't.
Well, I can assure you, Jenks was scoffing a pizza last night. Oh, has he lost the white? No, he's just about okay. Can play the red into the bottom right hand corner, and that should open up the whole frame if he's able to pot this, and even if he has to stun across and knock into the red between the two yellows. That's pretty good anyway. He looks to be in pretty good shape where he is. Yeah, good shot. He's popped the ball into the right centre, leaving himself reasonably straight on the one nearest the left centre. And off that shot, just draw the white back across the other side of the table to leave yourself on the one behind the brown spot in the bulk area. Whether he chooses to do it now, if he's got enough angle, he may choose to do it now, but I think he's looking to leave the white for a straighty shred to the middle to play for the last red in the bulk area as his last ball. Jamie Simmons just over to our right.
How'd you go? Pumped up, mate.
Yeah.
Didn't do a lot wrong. Good player, wasn't he? Yeah. So much better than yesterday. Yesterday I felt like a new man, but
Yeah, I don't know what's happening on the Q score. White's not being updated as quickly as it should. Good shot. So looks to have a pretty good angle here, just to drop the red in and come back out towards the blue spot for the black into the same bag. There you go, he's played that just about perfect. Virtually on the blue spot or just a fraction outside. Either way, leaving him with a very straightforward black to the yellow corner pocket. And that's frame, 6 frames to 2, Mark Boyle. Exactly, Kevin Miles. Control the white is the key. Ian Monaghan been cleaning the tables there in the corner of your camera. Side view there, having a look at this one. Geoff Allen breaks, does he make a ball? And the answer to that is no, he doesn't. Dry again. The frustration goes on. Jamie Simmons somehow has just come in here, all smiles. Don't think it went too well against Ross Fernie, but Yeah, 31-11 for.
Yeah, he said he made a few errors, missed a couple of blacks, went in off on one black, and
Glasses are helping him.
feathered the ball with his finger.
Yeah, his white ball control's exceptional. Overall, to be fair, very, very good white ball control. Frustration of dry breaks coming into play again. Yeah, same old story, Kevin Moore's. Same old story. Great break off shot, balls go everywhere. But shock, horror when nothing goes in. Score's been updated, Stephen. 6-2. Rate of shot seems to be so good out there for Mark Boyle at the moment. Hasn't made many mistakes. Missed a couple, I think, and one badly judged, one cannon that went wrong, and a missed yellow into top are the only two mistakes that have cost him the 2 frames. Pretty faultless performance up to now. That'll do. He can cut the yellow into the top left-hand corner and run round the back of the red with a bit of right-hand side here, swing the white off 2 cushions and come back round the table. Probably finish up somewhere to the left of where the white is now. Yeah, that's perfect. There you go. Look at that for a shot. On a string, as I would say. Afternoon, Rob Chambers. And that's another one, 7-2 now to Mark. I'm just going to go to the boys' room, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Just leave you with Jakob.
Sure. So, Mark Boyle to break. And we've got 360 odd at the moment on there. We've got 200 on YouTube.
You pick it internet how far in everything?
Sorry?
Internet and everything.
Internet's absolutely perfect in here.
Is that what you flick?
Yeah.
Have you gone into tapped into the box? Like
Yeah. It couldn't be better, really. So, just confirming with the owners that actually the internet in here is absolutely brilliant. Dry break there from Mark Boyle, and we've got Geoff up to the table. Yellow's probably looking favourite here, despite the ball over the pocket. Yellow's all going. whereas the red in the middle of the table doesn't really seem to go anywhere. The yellow flicks off into the left-hand pocket. Starter ball being the ball in the middle pocket, and then taking the next yellow into the top right. Unfortunately, Simo lost 11-4.
I'm alright, thank you.
Hospitality here is pretty good. Keep coming and asking if we want drinks. It's nice. Thank you very much, Bryn Davis. Glad you're enjoying it, mate.
Okay, just back. Coming through like a dream, Jakob. Jakob Tungelund, the man of the moment here. Providing you with the best pictures you could possibly hope for where a stream's concerned.
It's all getting there nicely, Reg.
I know, mate. It's yeah, but it's first class at the end of the day. It doesn't get any better. As viewing goes, it doesn't get any better than this, if you're a pool fan. Okay, Geoff Allen. In amongst the balls. What can he take from this one? Can he run the rack?
Well, they're all there. As I was just saying before, that if we have a look at the overhead cam, there's,
You know,
if he takes this into the corner pocket now on the left hand side of the overhead, then they really do all go. The only ball that he's got to potentially manipulate the white to get on is the one that's near the black spot, just above the black spot. But yellows were definitely the ball to go.
He must be. He's playing Sillett. Sillett's gone through on the forfeit because Chris Melling hasn't. Is not here, so Jamie Simmons will play Jordan Sillett in the loser section after losing to Ross Ferdy.
That should be a good game. So, as he's got a nice position here, how about this for a route? Taking the ball into the middle, screwing back for the one that's touching the red near enough, and then he's
I
taken
think
down
he's got just about enough angle to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Then he's got this end of the table covered. Then from that, he can play the ball that's below the black spot, and come back round for the other ball. See, the black goes in the top pocket. Okay, he's chosen to take that one out first.
Yes.
Still got exactly the same angle.
Well, I think what he's worried about is if he pots the ball you were on about a second ago, you're leaving the other one in the ball carrier, well, at the other end of the table.
True.
So it's a case of take that one out of the equation and work your way down the table, so you get closer and closer to the black with your last few balls.
Kev Moores, yeah, that is melling out. I don't think.
Don't get me wrong, there's value in that shot, but it would have just meant going back up at a later stage for the yellow that he just potted. He probably didn't fancy that. He's done it, gone this way, and he's perfect. See, you can actually stun this in or screw this in.
Hold on his other yellow.
He could pot this, okay, and if he wanted to, he could screw down into the yellow that's just to the right of the yellow and leave himself onto the one in the bottom left. Or if he catches it half ball, possibly ghost off it and leave it into the middle. He'd love to stun this ball to the middle and finish between the two yellows. Or cannon into it as he's looking at possibly, but he'd love to just stun into this half ball and ghost off it and finish between the two yellows, I think. Or that, like I said, or cannon into it and play for the other one.
I love it when I call the shots right and you don't, Reg.
Yeah. The shot was there. That's what he was there to be hit.
I'm just pulling your leg.
But he can drop this one in now to the corner and just leave the other one that's nearest the white to the left centre. Doesn't really have to do any real work with the white. Just drop this one in. A fraction of stun. Or that, run through instead.
Bit of check side.
He's preferred it to obviously run through and use cushion, but just roll the last two balls in. There you go. Just this black then for 7-3.
7-3.
7-3, isn't it? 7-3, not 4. Or did I miss the frame? The frame before? 7-3.
Where did you get 7-4 from?
No, I thought you said 7-4.
No, I said 7-3.
Okay.
Score 7-3.
Yeah, but I will get refunded on that one if it's any good to anybody.
Shame about Melling.
The Moyles maker. How's the Moyles maker these days? Quick minute here just to say hello again. Hope you're well, mate.
Sorry, Will. Back to the normal view, and it's Mark Boyle v Geoff Allen. Apologies about that.
Cheers, Rob Chambers. Elite 8 Ball streaming here, providing you with the best pictures that you could possibly wish for, where streams are concerned, and just trying to do my bit in the commentary box to enhance that fact, along with the great stream to have some commentary to go with it. Cheers, Kevin Moore. Same here, mate. Glad you're well, and hopefully catch up soon. Sure, I'll bump into you soon enough, maybe at one of the players' events or somewhere else. The Moyles maker turns up at all four corners of the earth. It has no label. It has no boundaries.
So Geoff's in the flow now. He's got a clearance on.
Okay, Geoff Allen, chance here then. Okay, it's not that straightforward, but
Man of his calibre.
yeah, man of his calibre, and at this level against Mark in this sort of mood, you just got to take any chance, haven't you? Really, that you get.
He's only got one ball that he's got to get on, really, and that's this one that's just slightly up from the bulk line.
Well, there is the one in the ball carrier as well on the back cushion.
No, because if he plays this, just follows it through ever so slightly, then he can play the one on the bulk line, well, on the top cushion into the left-hand pocket,
okay,
and then he drops onto the one in the middle.
Be fair to say they're the two awkward balls, and doesn't want to be straight.
No, because he's got this one into the middle. And if he lands with a bit of an angle to the one in the middle, he can actually use the middle pocket to screw over to the one that's on the cushion.
Again, but just depends on if he gets, because he can't afford to leave.
This is Geoff Allen we're talking about, mate.
Yeah, but he can't afford to draw the red back off the red back too much. And if you're talking about creating an angle to punch that ball into middle,
Yep.
As I say,
They are seriously
at
forgiving.
angles you can't. I know they are, but you can't hit them too hard at angles because they won't stay.
I'm telling you, Reg, I was playing on here last night and I was pumping them in at an
Really?
angle, and they
Okay.
were just accepting.
So
I was trying to say this earlier, but you were a bit lost in your own world.
no, not at all. So you're
actually,
absolutely flying on the table, then, mate.
Yeah. Well, Jenks had 4 break dishes in about 7 frames.
Turkish kebab van salesman on fire.
I had 3 and not a lot more, and a few reverse dishes.
Jakob, you've been practicing, mate.
Might have been a little bit.
Listen, Jenks tells me when he's in destroy mode,
Yeah.
that nobody can get near him.
I'll tell you what. Well, do you know what? I think it's the same for a lot of people, because I get into that rhythm sometimes. I had a match, money match, a couple of weeks ago, and the first part of the match up to 15.
I've got a
15,
coffee
13.
coming again, mate, actually. Throat's croaking up. Sorry, mate, somebody's just asked me about the croaky voice.
15-13, and
Yeah.
And we were both playing decidedly quite average. I was playing okay, potting well, and it was there, but there was the occasional miss. We went out for a 5-minute break, came back in, and my opponent literally just had the breaks. That was it. I won 21-13.
This is the last 32 match. This is obviously both lads winning last night, and obviously that we started with 64. So yeah, this is the last 32 winner's side. The only thing Jenks can destroy is a large doner kebab. Adam Penwell, kapow! I'm after some glasses. So no on suggestions. I'm sure there'll be a few in here that can make some suggestions. I need them myself, to be honest. I keep wanting to buy the Dennis Taylor ones because I can't get on with the normal ones to keep moving. Taking cat angle here. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Keith Keldy. Well, this is what I was on about trying to play into the middle, create an angle.
In my
It's
opinion,
better to
he
do it
needed
this way.
in my opinion, he needed to screw back a little bit from where he was.
So you can drop this red in into the bottom left and just stun across through the gap, through the blue spot towards the middle pocket for the red into the green corner bag. That's Boyle already. I know, Kevin, you get about, mate, in a big way. There you go, Lola La Rocket answering the questions. Yeah, David Thompson, I know how you feel, mate. Yeah, good pot, Geoff Allen. Good pot, confident pot down the rail. Justice Black, and that's 7-4. So it reduces his arrears again to just 3. And Geoff Allen getting a taste for this. I kind of feel that this next frame, if he could win this one as well, he'd get right back into this. Old Jeffrey starting to swag. Not seeing any problems, just seeing a bit clearer now. Nice and simple there. Didn't even actually hit the red too far, or should I say tried to get into it too much, just settle for leaving himself that shot down the rail. Confident shot, made it, and finished nicely on the black, so fair play to Geoff Allen. 7-4, Mark Boyle to break. Jakob's just on the other line, he's on the phone, he's had an important phone call from the White House, from Donald Trump, asking him to come and stream the inauguration of Trump's second term in charge. And no, I don't believe he's made a ball, so... Oh, sorry, beg your pardon, second look, he has. That's some set of love handles. Well, he's on the phone to somebody at the moment, so I'll keep you all amused. I'm going to speak up a bit louder so it doesn't sound any too croaky, because don't want to upset anybody who's enjoying the commentating and telling me to go for Lemsips, which is actually a very good idea, but I'm okay, I can assure you. So thanks for the advice, always welcome, never too big-headed to listen. Oh, nope, he's missed it, so a chance here for Geoff Allen again, another chance. Like I said, I really feel if he gets this one, if he can get this one and get close within 2, we're very much game on. Mark Kevin Moyle, stop it. Kapow, you didn't do plenty over there. All you did was put George up in your room and then not get paid for it. Ben Rowland, how you doing, mate? Wayne Pinder, how you doing?
Afternoon, Ben Rowland.
Jakob's back amongst the land of the living after a transatlantic phone call from the White House saying, can you stream the inauguration of my second term in charge at the White House? And Jakob's been very pleased to announce it to Donald Trump, no he can't because he's busy at Players Series.
You weren't actually meant to tell people that.
Well, I'm sorry, mate.
I can't believe it.
It's only Donald Trump.
Oh, it's more so that we're at the Players Series. Sod Donald Trump.
And absolutely.
He is not worthy. Apologies, Donald. But we are bigger than you.
Yes, Kevin Moyles. Well, I don't swear. I can give you some updates if you want, or is Q score a bit slow, Jack Smith? Let's have a look at some of the other scores on the Q score. Let's see what we've got. There we go. Matt Lawrenson is now 7-5 up on Tom Cousins. 5-2 Chipperfield against Rosidi. 6-4 Arf and Dad for Ryan Bodsworth. 9 each Andy Cragg, Michael Barron. 6-4 Mark Fleming against Liam Dunster. 7 obviously Mark Boyle here, 7-4. The rest are all 0-0s bar Lewis Calcutt and Billy Webster, which is 1 apiece. Jordan Shepherd has started now against Lee Mannion, and that completes the fixtures for the winners round 1. Afternoon, Daz Brown.
So, little flick off the other gallow here.
I'm only messing Darren Dolbear, don't worry.
That's a nice shot there from Geoff. Perfect, in fact.
Murphy's sign at the middle on top of the screen is really annoying. Somebody's saying here that the Murphy sign at the middle of the top of the screen is annoying.
Okay, can I ask why, as it doesn't interfere with the table?
Yeah,
And,
can we ask why?
I think it's nice to be able to show where we're playing this.
The voice adds to the tension.
I didn't want to have Murphy's English Open, which would be a bit on top of things.
Right, Liam O'Grady, why is it just a bit of feedback we need here? Why do you find it so annoying? We're all ears, but don't mind, just give us your opinion why you find it annoying. There's only one stream table here, but I'm not sure. Jakob, who have you got potentially lined up? What's the next game on the stream?
Hold on 2 seconds, I will tell you.
Oh, okay, Daz. Geoff got off to a bit of a slow start, to be fair, but he's starting to find his feet now.
It is Jack Whelan v Gareth Hibbert.
So the next game, I think, just going to confirm this for you, I think it's Jack Whelan against Gareth Hibbert. Yeah, started to find his feet here. Looks a different match now. Too many overhead camera shots are niggling me. Shot clock would be nice. Sadly, there's no shot clock or ref on the game, so it is what it is.
Player's choice, they didn't feel they needed one, which is fair enough. Geoff slowly but surely making his way to 7-5.
Yeah, he's back, you know. Moving around that table very swiftly indeed. Good body language now. G-Force well and truly is in this match. So from 5-zip, it's now 7-5. And he's starting to move. He looks a man on a mission. He's got that look about him. It's not so much a smile, it's more like that look of determination and just, you know, what the hell is going on here, and wake up sort of thing. That type of look. So, queuing well for me now, Geoff Allen. That last yellow, cued it ever so sweetly, looking at that again, and Kevin Walls, bless you. Bash Maksud tuning in. I'm not surprised Carl Lynch isn't be far behind him. Or is he too busy posting right-wing comments on his wall? Yeah, of course. I said at the end of the day that frame was massive. I said, you know, 7-8-4 or 7-5, 7-5 within 2. And he's made another ball off that break. All of a sudden, he's really got a taste for this, and could be, like I say, on for a very. It's turning into a really, really good match. And
given that the two Reds near the bulk line aren't far off a
I think
nice
they're
easy plant.
yeah, you can make those.
Which would you be going here?
What, myself?
Yeah.
Looking at where them balls are.
I'm thinking about the 2 yellows near the black are
be
potentially
honest
a
with
bit
you,
of an issue.
Yeah, that's about the only snag from a red ball point of view. But anywhere on the left hand side of the table, as you come down, the black goes to the bottom right.
Yeah.
Sorry, to the bottom left.
Yeah.
So it isn't that big a deal, but it's just the positional side off the opening shot off the first yellow. There's 2 yellows together. If he pots 1, it's just doesn't want to lose the white, because the 2 yellows close to the black don't go to the bottom left corner pocket because the red's in the way. So I would favour reds, Jakob.
Yeah, me too.
I'd favour
That was what I was getting at. So which one first for you? This one down the line?
Yeah, down the line, and then the one closest to the pocket into the same bag, and back out, up the table into open play, anywhere between sort of the blue and brown spot or yellow spot, if you like, in that area. This one first, and then the one after into the same bag. He may choose to do it different, though. He's choosing to do it different. He's drawn the white back for
Playing the plant early, I think.
yeah. I don't know if he's gone far enough for the red into the right centre, but this is that time where he could actually use the plant. There's a slight gap
Yeah,
between the
that's
red,
what
so
I'm
it's makeable, even if it's slightly
exactly.
off. You can make this, can't he?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
there is daylight between the 2 balls.
And with the angle that he's got to play it at in the plant, he can slide off the side of it for the one in the left-hand middle as the next ball. Then take the right-hand middle, top right, bottom left, and
Paul's taken over for Matt Wilkes at work. The force
Brilliant.
on his way back. Dean Britton tuning in as well. Afternoon, Dean Britton. Vision Express seems to be the one. Afternoon, Craig Rook. I hope you're well.
afternoon Seamus Forbes.
Seamus Forbes tuning in. Afternoon, Seamus. Yeah, I said it was makeable. The plant, he's made it. Vision Express in Falkirk. Afternoon. Emma Sanders, big pool fan tuning in. Hi Emma, hope you're well. Sean Lanny as well. A lot of people here, well into, well, over 400 viewers again. Yeah, definitely swagging now. Things are starting to happen, and earlier on he looked very, very despondent and bemused at 5-0, but all of a sudden from 5-0 we're now back at 7-5. Couple of little mistakes. I think the mistake at 5-0, Mark missed a yellow into the green corner pocket trying to top it through, to go through the ball and back down. Still drunk, bless. And ever since that one mistake, then there was a positional error in the next frame, which led Geoff to get 2 on the board. Then Mark responded in kind with 2 more, and since then it's just been all Geoff really the last 3 frames, dry breaks and dishes, and so we're very much back in this. No problem, Nelson, Braham, Mwembi. I'm okay, Craig. I'm just usual self, just waiting for a coffee and a sandwich. Going to be a long afternoon in the commentary box until I get back on the table. So, oh, it almost went wrong. Just feathered the black there, but he's okay. Justice Black then for 7-6. Man on a mission here. Geoff Allen, a man on a mission. Body language, very positive now. He looks like a man who believes. 5 nearly looked a different man, but now all of a sudden the orange cordial's tasting very good, and nearly half a pint goes down there. What is I think we can't speak too loud into the mic because they can hear us out on the stream. So we've got to be careful how loud we speak. Yes, another dry break, I think. So at the moment the break's drying up. Greg Dixon on his way back for 4 o'clock. I'll be playing at 4:30. Jakob's on his phone.
Hi Penners, how you doing, mate? I was just reading your message. And dealing
He's
with
back with us.
dealing with the technical side of things. One must have a bit of fun with the technical side. Isn't it funny how little things irritate people? Like, for instance, that Murphy's thing. I just noticed that, like, when they got up to the top of the table, for instance, someone's hand was beneath the Murphy's a minute ago, and you could see the hand underneath it. But I mean, on the scale of things, how annoying is that really? I mean, each to their own, obviously, but
Yeah, I think that's a bit of each to their own.
yeah.
To be honest.
Next up, we have Jack Whelan v Gareth Hibbert. Going to be at 2 o'clock. Probably looking like it's going to be slightly over then.
John Sullivan tuning in, the Soul Man. Hope you're well.
Thanks for being helpful, Mark Dobson.
Yeah, some game that was at your place. Kevin Moores played really well, John, that day. He's won his first match this morning against Mark J. Bastable. Seb Webb, that is. Yeah, some game this has turned out to be now. Yeah, he did. He won 8-4, that's right. John Sullivan replies in kind there. I'm not going to repeat what that says, but go on, you can all read it on the stream.
I just want to give a shout out to Fred Holt, my one of my commentators, Rob Holt. It's his dad. He's watching the stream.
Mm-hmm. Hope you're enjoying the action.
Mr.
Holt.
He absolutely loves watching. He tunes in for pretty much every one of our games. I think it's quite nice when people have.
Yeah, just
like
didn't
that.
land on the ready. 1 or 2, the one that was behind the black spot to the right. I ended up having to take the more difficult red into the top bag, and as a result of that, the chance has gone begging to get on terms. You know, if it got in there, that you could 7-all. So
exceptional shot, just give me a nudge and say replay, and I'll
Cheers, Cameron Fletcher. All right. Sorry, Penners.
Yeah, that opportunity a minute ago may have gone begging if Mark clears, but there's still some work to do here. So
There is the ball on the left-hand side.
yeah,
As much as it goes, it doesn't.
That's what I'm referring to. I don't think it passes to the middle bag. Very, very
Let's
tight,
have another look.
and that's why he's cannoned it. He's played a good cannon,
Great
and
shot.
now he's got the frame at his mercy. Good shot, nonetheless. Like you say, that's the ball that.
Hello,
was gonna
Max
pose.
Nosko.
Sorry,
Hello, Max Nosko.
Max Nosko tuned in.
Good to see you tuning in, mate.
Steve Woodier tuning in from Teesside as well. I haven't seen it, Luke Hartshorn, to be quite honest.
So, middle, top.
I've got him on block. Screenshot it and send it
Okay.
me if you want.
Who's
That's
that?
to you, Luke Hartshorn. Luke Colliver status.
Ah.
I'm not really that interested in shit stirring, to be honest.
Max isn't back on the scene, but
He's
he
just tuning in to watch the action. Steve Woodier, fair play to you. Hope you have a nice day, mate. Good to hear from you. Hope you're keeping well. It's Justice Black then. Okay, that's 8-6.
much needed frame from Mark there. I think that was 4 on the bounce that Geoff had, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah, because it was 7-2. It was 5-0, 5-2, 7-2, 7-6. Kevin Moore's Geoff Allen's made a hell of a fight of it, to be fair to him. Would have been easy at 5-0 for the head to go down, but the G-force never write him out. Glad you're enjoying the action, Adam. Jason Tuvey tuning in. Hi Jason, thanks very much for your sponsorship and putting me in this event. Lost to Mark last night, 11-6, good match. Played really well, to be fair, but Mark just a little bit too good on the night, running out 7 dishes I think out of his 11, so fair play to him.
So, just want to give a big shout out to Adam Penwell, the only Kapow in the game. And he's a bit of a legend. I get on really well with Kapow actually. We talk quite a lot. And it's nice to see him always tuning into the stream. Spot on, Adam. Kapow! How'd you get on with Kapow?
Okay, to be quite honest, very nice chap, Adam. Get on with him very well, to be honest. I think there's not a lot more I can say about it.
Yep.
Just
Played him yet?
I haven't had a chance to play him as such, but I'll say
Could be an interesting game.
he came to
He's
Derby.
actually
He
not a
came
bad
to
player.
Derby and played Luke Colliver a couple of sets. I'm sure
Did
he
he?
did. Yeah.
How did he get on?
I think it was a set apiece. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be giving him a home and away game within too long. See how we get on. Arranged a little money match yesterday while on stream. Got to take advantage of these things, haven't you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if that's what, like, say, if it's something you enjoy doing, why not? You know, embrace it, take the bull by the horns, and get
definitely.
involved. Doesn't matter, does it really?
You've only seen the worst of me, Reggie, on the table so far.
It doesn't matter which level you're at, whether you're just a good, decent, steady county player or an elite player. If you enjoy doing something, then go and enjoy doing it. Simple as that.
That was a very positive shot. Plays this next shot into the middle right, then the game is open for the taking. Unless he can see something else that I can't. Jack Smith. You only have to go on Q score, and you can see what the scores are. Matt Lawrenson is 9-6 up against Tom Cousins.
Matt Lawrenson playing very, very well.
That was a sat-nav shot. The race is to 11 on the winner's side, and if it's on the loser's side, then it's a race to 8.
No worries, Adam. Craig Dixon, 21. Yeah, right. Flick the red in. That's pretty good. Straight on the red to the bottom left, and just wanting to leave the white pretty much where the red is.
Give himself a bit of an angle
Yeah,
for the black.
leaving him the angle off the last red just to ghost across to the side cushion and play the black into the bottom left. Or in fact just do that. But again, doesn't want to be straight here. I think he's just got enough angle here just to pop this and get across to the left hand side. Just enough angle.
Penner's beat Cod 2-1 in sets, £100 a set. I thought he won. Seem to remember that from a conversation we had.
And that's 9-6.
9-6. If you want to see what he's writing, you should just unblock him. Afternoon, Kev McElroy. Now there's a man you wouldn't want on commentary.
Sorry, what's that?
Kevin McElroy. I said there's a man you wouldn't want on
Kevin
commentary,
McElroy.
especially not after a couple of pints, because no one would be able to understand what he's saying.
Yeah, long time no see, Kevin McElroy. Hope you're well.
He's a legend of the game. Love him to bits. But damn, once he's had a couple of pints, you really can't understand a word he's saying. It's like he's got about 4 potatoes in his mouth.
Super Mac McElroy.
Dave Byatt, that is Reggie tucking into a toasted sandwich. They said that they could hear the fork on the plate. It's all good, mate. Whatever. So I think they're having a toilet break quickly. Who wins from here? I think there was a bit of a turning point there for Mark Boyle once he got into the frame before, having lost quite a few. Here we go. Penwell. That's a good shout. I'm just putting it to the man now. He's off the commentary for a minute because he's eating. Why? Good afternoon, Nick Finn. How are we? Hope you've been enjoying the streams that you've been watching. Wasn't doing much commentary yesterday, but we've had a few issues. Jenks is now playing on the Leicester tour today, and on the way home yesterday, well, on the way back to the hotel, Dan's wishbone on his car just snapped completely by itself as we were going round, well, as he was going around a roundabout. So he's had to go home, get his car recovered. Got in at 6 o'clock this morning. Back again here for the first game at 12. Craig Lakin won the match last night. No, sorry, Ryan Bodsworth won the match last night, 11-10. Craig was on the comeback. Let's have a little look at these balls. Safely. So Geoff Allen's got a lot of work to do here. He does have a little bit of safety in the fact that the yellow on the bottom cushion doesn't go unless he gets on it immaculately from the left-hand side. So he's perhaps got a bit of room to play with as well, create himself a safety. He's left the ball into the middle pocket here. Oh, that could be costly actually. So if he plays the ball into the middle pocket, he could, if there's enough room, can't see whether there's enough room, but he could potentially squeeze down for the ball that's on the bottom cushion straight away. Or at least work his way there. The two on the right hand side plant into the middle. Or the bottom one of the two goes into this bottom right hand corner.
I think he'd just be looking to pot and try and get some sort of angle on the one that's just above the black spot to the right, depending on how well he can hold.
Afternoon, Mark Bastable.
Or maybe go for the cannon straight off. He's gone for the cannon, he's made it. But that's not ideal. I've made the cannon, but
Well, this yellow still goes,
But
and if he screws off it, then he can play the other ball into the same pocket. The bottom one of the 2 yellows, he can play that into the same pocket,
yeah, it's okay.
and then they're open.
Having a look with this
completely.
extra angle, the overhead camera there clearly shows us we can actually steel pot that and go about his business.
Can you believe that we've actually
Hi,
got
Mark.
a Christmas song playing in the background? It is only September, people. It's only September. He's played that nicely. There'll be a bit of white movement on this next shot. Screwing off the left-hand cushion. If he takes that ball first, of course. Though he has got a bit of an angle on the ball on the left to get himself back better on the right-hand lower ball. Oh, he's fallen short a bit there. I guess he can push the ball off the cushion.
It should be okay. Should be able
back
to
over
run
for the
through,
middle pocket.
pot the one to the left of the black spot, and come back for the other one to middle.
Yeah, I think he's almost unavoidable to hit it there if we look at the overhead look. So he's going to have to push into the other yellow and knock it off the
maybe.
cushion and back over.
Yeah, he may have to play the cannoneer.
Keep it potable into the middle pocket.
It's just a fraction straight. A fraction off straight.
Yeah.
If it was straight, it wouldn't be a problem, as we both know. But it just knows he's nudging into that ball and makes this that little bit more awkward than it could have been.
Nice. He was just straight enough to be able to avoid. Good stuff.
He's lost the white. He's lost the white. I think
Not as much as your car's missing a wishbone.
Dear, oh dear. Sorry to hear it.
You know, Dan. If you break the wishbone on your car, it doesn't quite have the same as effect as on the chicken. You don't get a wish from it.
Dear, oh dear.
Although maybe you should have made one for a cheaper recovery service.
Very sorry to hear about your car, Dan. To be fair, I heard of Donna Evans this morning. Couldn't believe it. To be fair.
You've got to laugh, haven't you? Otherwise you'll cry.
Well, if Jenks was here, I know he'd have a famous one-liner coming out on that
Oh,
one.
definitely.
It'd be interesting just to message him and say, what would your one-liner be when Dan brings you at 6 in the morning and says, my wishbone's broke?
I'll have a look and see if he chucked one into the WhatsApp group yesterday when it happened.
Off the cushion and pot the yellow? Nope. Chance then. Chance for Geoff to respond in kind. Cheers, Mark Bennett. Whatever happens here, just don't make a mistake to leave him a chance to pop that yellow. Either make a ball or hide the white. Either way, desperately needs his frame to stay in touch.
Where's mine? Donna, where's mine?
Yeah, good shot, excellent pot.
Never took sides with me this morning.
Tom Cousins losing on the elimination, losing on the winner's side, so he moves into the loser section.
Yeah, that's quite unreal that Cousins lost, actually.
Sorry?
That's
Yeah.
quite unreal that Cousins lost.
Yes.
Surprising.
It was. I mean, he was ahead in that match and suddenly Matt Lawrenson's just got into overdrive.
Yeah. That's very true, Dan. Anyone can beat anyone.
I think at the top level that's quite apparent, isn't it, really? You know, nobody's infallible at the top level. Even the elite players can get beat by the very good players. Just fine margins, really. Dunscar can beat the tarmac.
Dan's car became one with the tarmac.
Dear, oh dear, the jokes will carry on long into the night about chicken legs and wishbones and
The race was to get round the roundabout, and it didn't make it, unfortunately. The race is to 11. 11 on the winner's side, 8 on the loser's side. But I think we were only streaming the winner's side, from what I know.
We only have the one room for the stream table, and so there'll only be one match on the winner's side at a time being streamed. Great shot. Played it well. Good pace on the red. Just doesn't have to do a lot with the wide. Just drop the red in along the rail. Leave himself shot in the black to middle. Yeah, good shots. Made the red. Just this black then to reduce the arrears.
That was a look of, come on, Geoff, in his eyes then. Oh no! Do you know what? I could sense that he didn't feel 100% confident in that. You guys didn't see it, but
Yeah,
there was a look in his eyes. He blinked a little bit, and you could just see that rolling through his head was, "Come on, Geoff, you can do this." Which unfortunately is the sign of self-doubt.
I don't know. Geoff's usually like nice and steady. He doesn't rush for anything, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Virtual frame ball here. Knocked the yellow in. He's potted it very, very well. Excellent cueing.
That is a very unfortunate outcome for
It just
Geoff
rolled
there.
round that pocket for Geoff and didn't drop in, and that's brought about that opportunity.
he
there for
hit the
Mark to
outside
steal
jaw.
the frame.
It just bounced off the outside jaw.
Yeah, it just caught that near knuckle, didn't it, as he was trying to pot it into the middle bag. You said a minute ago he didn't look like you fancied him to where he was queuing up for the black, but I don't know, it's hard to tell sometimes, I think, when a player's doing that. Sometimes facial expressions aren't always an accurate way of how a player's feeling. Sometimes it's just more a bit...
No, they were pretty giving in this. They were pretty giving in this instance, there, mate. Hope you're all enjoying the streaming and
Shane
the
Thompson watching. How you doing, Shane?
variety of camera angles. All right, Shaney. It is at first to 11. Afternoon, Kathy Hunt. Now there's a cracking female player. Kathy
Sorry.
Hunt. I said there's a cracking female player. Cheers, Jotham.
Okay, yellows it is.
They're playing on the green because this isn't an IPA event. And there's a lot of players who prefer a green cloth.
Yeah, good shot there. Well judged. Finished nicely on the yellow.
Yeah, Geoff does have this extra line.
Just want to make sure he leaves nice and straight for the next ball. Yeah, it's okay.
Is it left just ever so slight angle?
Just run this one in and there you go. Simple
Perfect.
stuff. Just pot the yellow off the cushion and back behind the black.
Perfect.
All pretty routine stuff.
And Geoff Allen has another life.
Yes, a 10-7. Geoff, and you know what? He's broken dish there, and if that black had gone in the last frame, we're back at 9-8.
Indeed.
So just those fine little margins at the moment that are the difference, the odd ball.
That GIF there. Look, Reggie, that GIF. It looks a bit like Luke Oliver.
Luke Oliver on the rampage.
Brilliant. Love it. Take that. That was a good finish.
Zin again, made a ball off the break.
So we've also got a friend of mine streaming today, Sam Jones.
Oh, okay.
Me and Sam get on really well. He's streaming, I think he's doing the EBPF Juniors from Towers in Manfield.
Yeah. Yorkshire project.
Cracking lad he is. He's put in a lot of behind the scenes work with me, ready for this weekend.
Now he's baby corp.
Big shout out to Sam.
Penner's on the rampage, taking liberties, calling him baby corp. Corp, not shock. Saved on my phone as baby corp.
Brilliant.
Dear, dear, dear.
It's quite close to that ball.
Yeah, he's just got enough room.
Yeah.
He can pot this at an angle, which means the white's going away from the red. There you go. And just looking to come round the back of the yellow on the side cushion.
It's a good job he's got a little bit of an angle, isn't it? Because otherwise he'd be at risk of the cue hitting the ball twice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, played it well. Dropped the red into middle, come
This
through
one.
the brown spot roughly in the ball carrier and the red in the upper half of the table into the same bag.
This unfortunately is curtains for
Yeah. Good shooting by Mark, but yeah, sadly for Geoff, not looking good now. So just this black. Yeah, makes no mistake. Pots of black.
And that
Well
is
done.
11-7 to Mark Boyle.
Well done, Mark.
Well played,
Commiserations,
Mark.
Geoff Allen, but hell of a fight from Geoff Allen, wouldn't you say, Jakob, from 5-0?
That is
Made a hell of a contest of it.
massive comeback. Unfortunately, it just wasn't to be.
No, sadly for Geoff, but it's very tough against someone like Mark, and going 5-0 down isn't ideal. Geoff showed what a great player he
Yeah,
was to
definitely.
battle his way back, but giving away 5 start is not ideal for anybody, against Mark, for anybody. So
No, it's not. Right, peeps, stay tuned. Next we
we're gonna
have
take a
Jack,
short break.
Jack
We're on with
Whelan
Jack
v
Whelan and
Gareth Hibbert.
Gareth Hibbert. So me and
Jack sat next to us, looking like he's absolutely desperate to play.
I don't know about that, but
See you soon.